Welcome back. As we close 2030, we just hit 1 million subscriber. 2025? Are you sure? That's when okay. I'm just going to keep going. Cut this out. All right, welcome back. It's 2025 and we're starting a new YouTube channel, The Great Reset. Actually, it's going to be your Great Reset because I had mine and now it's time for yours. So as we start this, we're going to try to get to 1 million subscribers. We're at 2 right now. Thank you, honey. And we are going to be doing just what the name says, Your Great Reset. It's based on a book I wrote. So what it is it gives us a foundation, a firm foundation. I like to think of it as a stepping stone because life is a journey and it's one step at a time. And if you don't know, if you're not planning, we've all heard, fail to plan, plan to fail. So we need to have a plan. And I have listened to thousands of podcasts, hundreds of audiobooks. I've gone through everything from fitness, diet, mental health, clarity. But what I'm here to tell you the most is you can do it. I can do it. If I did it, you can do it. If you watched the last video, I come from extreme poverty. I come from drug addiction before I ever even got out of elementary school. I have a 3rd grade education, and something happened, something clicked where I became a creative and I just started learning. I can't stand watching TV anymore. But my wife didn't marry an entrepreneur. She married a hardworking guy, owned a small pool cleaning business, and what she expects is me to come home from work and want to watch TV with her, have dinner. But all I want to do is create. My mind is just going. If you are like that, if you can't stop thinking about, I should do this, I should do that, then you're on the right channel because I'm here to help you. 57 years old, and I'm telling you, you can have a YouTube channel. You can write a book, write that book, even if it's not going to go out on Amazon, write it and pass it out at Christmas. I can help you with that. It's easy. It's fun. It's fun when you make it easy. YouTube channel, fun when you make it easy. Everything I have, I'll do a whole video on. It's all free. I have links to everything. This software that I'm using to capture the video, to edit the video. So I want you to tell your story. People need to hear your story. My son was born with a clubbed foot, and something we didn't want to run around talking about. But when we mentioned it, when we told, because we were frustrated, he had to have these bars on his feet to hold him out so the feet would form right as he was just a little baby. And these things were hard to keep him on, and he kicked and screamed all night long, and he was tough. That's probably why he's got such big thighs, kicking those bars off all night. So we finally mentioned it to someone, and what do you know? Their brother had a clubbed foot. We talk about it to someone at church. Their cousin had a clubbed foot. They had a clubbed foot. You don't know how many stories are out there and people you can affect. My wife, we struggled with a bunch of different things. That's what you do when you have kids. She's seeing everyone on Instagram and Facebook and all the happy people all of our friends raising kids. But she was embarrassed to say anything or to have our kid have a fit or a temper tantrum while he's over at someone else's house. What happened when she finally opened up is she found out that everyone's having the same problem. And if everyone keeps it quiet, we can't help each other. So by the time she spoke of it, it was actually to help other people in the group who they were brave enough to say, I've got a problem. And my wife could help, but she couldn't help until someone asked. That's what these YouTube channels are about. YouTube. It's your tube. It's your channel. You tell your story. You tell your story, and it's going to help so many people. So my story, you know where I came from. The fact is, I'm going to start helping people. I like to say over 50, and I like to say Christians, but it's for all ages. If you're afraid of AI, man, we're going to solve that problem. It's actually fun, and it's free. You can't believe the stuff. Every time I show a friend, someone's starting a new business, someone's starting real estate, someone's starting a home inspection company, and I'm like, dude, you got to check this out. And they're like, it's free? I'm like, I've been trying to tell you. You can do all it's called. Some people call it cheating. Well, with my education, spell check's cheating. And I use it. You know what? I remember saying, I'm not going to use email or I'm not going to use a computer until it's as easy to use as my phone. Whoa, great. Now I can't use that either. No, but it got complex. There's a curve. It got complex. And then it got easy. In fact, it got so easy that we could all use it now. And I'm estimating about 2 years that we can all jump in and do the things we want to do. We can be the creatives that's inside. We can let it out. You can start that business. I don't care what it is. We have free things that want to help you build that business. In this website, we are going to, in this YouTube channel, we will be going over getting rid of imposter syndrome, getting rid of fatigue and brain fog. The fact is, I discovered when I was learning AI, you have to give it a prompt. It is just a computer. It does nothing. You tell it what to do, it does it. You turn it on, you sit there, it sits there and watches you. You type into it, tell me a joke. Tells you a joke. Tell me a joke I can tell my 12-year-old son. It'll tell you a joke appropriate for your 12-year-old son. Then you go, tell me a joke that I could tell my 12-year-old son while on a fishing trip. And bam, what do you know? It says, what do you get when you cross a Labrador and a magician, a labracadoodle? I thought I'd give you you wouldn't have to go to ChatGPT and get that answer. So anyway, the better the prompt, the better the answer. And that's when I learned it's called prompt engineering. So you can get these things to do all kinds of work for you. The better the prompt, the better the answer. And then it hit me. It's in my brain. My brain is that way. The better the prompt, the better the answer. Get the questions right. How do I get my diet? How do I stick to a diet plan once and for all? I have the secret. We'll make a whole video on that. The fact is, I'm going to make you hate big food so bad you don't want to give me any more of your money. You don't run down. I hope you're not running down to the corner giving the crack dealer money. He's ruining the kids. He's killing the next generation. He doesn't care. Those companies are the same. They are the same. You are a product. You are a purchaser. That's it. So what we need to do is get the prompts right. So I created prompt engineering the human mind. I call it ChatGPT me, prompt engineering the mind. And so we're going to dive deep into that also. We're going to be able to get rid of all those problems. You want to start a real estate business, we'll get you making those morning calls. You want to stick to that diet, we'll get you sticking to that diet. Fitness, not a problem. Any routine you need to. So once again, you want to start a YouTube channel? I'm telling you, you got to tell your story. We've all heard about David and Goliath. The Israelites were in fear every morning while Goliath yelled at them. David came along. David conquered the giant. Do you know what happened next? They all ran after the enemy. As soon as one person stood up, as soon as one person showed them how it could be done, the Israelites chased down the army until the dark of night and they killed them all. They won the battle. It took one person talking about their story, their battle. And I'm going to be telling you about my battles throughout this. You know, I had brain fog. As long as I can remember, my whole adult life, brain fog. I didn't function after 5 o'clock. The brain fog. But once I got my diet right, once I started fueling my body, once I prompt engineered my mind to realize that I was fueling a body that fueled the systems of my life, allowed me to get good sleep, allowed me to wake up in the morning with energy. You want to start a business and you don't have energy? You don't have a good sleeping routine? You don't have your nutrition down? You're not getting some exercise? If you're not doing all that, you don't even know what it feels like anymore to feel good. I'm going to also tell you something. I've been doing a morning routine for 7 years now, and I have not been back to the chiropractor in 7 years. I do a little morning stretch, every part of my body. It feels good. It's my meditation. It's my morning stretch. Not been back to the chiropractor in 7 years. I have a morning drink that I drink. It's part of my routine. I haven't taken an ibuprofen for muscle fatigue in 5 years. And I grew up in construction. I had the trick shoulder, both trick shoulders, tendonitis in both hands, shin splints in both arms. I've had, you name it, bad back. I still get the sway back, but I know how to get rid of it from doing all this turning sideways in construction. Was a drywaller, painter, roofer. I've done it all. So I've overcome it. I feel better at 57 than I did at 27. This is going to be called growing up, not growing old. I hope you can stick around. Join me back. We'll dig deeper into each section, but we're going to build that firm foundation. Each YouTube video will be a stepping stone, getting you in the right direction. Any dead fish can float downstream. Any dead fish. So take that step. Punch fear in the face. Maybe you've had life punch you in the face. Well, I'm going to tell you something. If you've been knocked down by life, I'm going to feel bad. I'm going to reach down. I'm like, hey, can I give you some help? Here's a sandwich. Let me give you a hand up. But if I come back 3 years from now, you're still laying there on the ground, telling everybody who walks by how life kicked your butt. Whose fault is that? It's time to get up, fight back, punch fear in the face. Let's take charge of your own life and meet me back here on the next video. Punch that subscribe button. Sign up to get the next YouTube video sent to you. Subscribe. So anyway, we'll see you back here at the next video, digging deeper into your great reset.